Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. Before I even run my mouth, just take in this view. Take in the silence. Take it all in. I come up here sometimes, well, a lot of times, because it's quiet. And it's just my little hideaway spot. But again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So, happy Monday. Happy Monday. I provide group sessions. I provide group therapy. I facilitate psychoeducation workshops for women with addictions at a rehabilitation center, okay? At a rehab. So today, for Mindfulness Monday, I wanted to bring up, for one, how can you stay true to you? It's going to all tie in, but just follow with me. How can you stay true to you? So watching these women at this addiction center, I'm able to really find moments of being more self-aware with myself and provide them with different tools and resources so that they can identify with different things when it comes to self-awareness with themselves. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because addiction, sometimes people only think of or highlight substance use, alcoholism, drugs, right? I've learned that addiction is it's a mental illness, but it's also an addictive personality, okay? The reason why I say that is because I think that I know that I have qualities of an addictive personality. By that I mean, whatever I'm working on, whether it's my body, whether it's my mental, whether it's me eating, whether it's me changing different habits, I'm all in. Whether it's me being in a relationship, I'm all in. And sometimes when you're all in, it can become obsessive. And sometimes obsessions tie right into addictions. Okay? Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So I'm bringing this up because, again, I'm watching these ladies and they don't have access to their phones all day. They don't have the ability to just get up and come and go as they please. They're on a disciplined, routine schedule. So watching them in this element reminds me of how much freedom and free will that we truly do have as humans, but also how some of our habits can turn quickly into an addiction if we're not mindful of them, okay? Again, when I work out, when I say I'm going to work out, it don't matter if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I know I have to be up at 7. I'm going to get my workout in before I go to bed if that's what I told me that I'm going to do. Are y'all hearing me? If I'm in a relationship or if I'm dating someone and I want to be with you and I'm with you all the time, I'm going to want to see you all the time. And that can be a form of an addiction. The reason why I'm bringing this up, again, is because how can you stay true to you? Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So, over the past 7 days, since last Monday, I've been a little MIA. And MIA, I mean, I took a detox, or I took a 7-day cleanse, a 7-day fast from social media. The last time I was online, I just found myself too tuned in to what's going on in the world. I found myself too tuned in to the monkeypox and too tuned in to COVID numbers rising. Excuse me. I found myself scrolling a little too far down my timeline, learning and reading about deaths and all of these horrible things that are happening, and I don't do that. I found myself curious to know, I wonder what they're doing. Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So when I felt myself becoming a little bit too indulged in the media and what was happening around the world, I've learned and practiced the awareness with myself enough to just say, oh no, absolutely not. Let me pull back. Oh, absolutely not. Let me take a break or a pause from that. Okay, are y'all hearing me? Now, I started off bringing up that I provide group therapy and group facilitation for psychoeducation classes for women living with addictions. But while I'm facilitating these classes, I realize we more alike than we know. No, I'm not in a facility, and no, I'm not under other people's timelines and other people's practices and disciplines, and y'all telling me when I can and can't do something. But when I tune too much into one thing, that's an addiction. When I tune too much in to something that's not filling me and feeding me, that's when it becomes an addiction. It also becomes an addiction when I feel that I can no longer control myself. Okay? Are y'all hearing me? Welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So I want you to ask yourself, first of all, look at different habits that you may have. Ask yourself where these habits came from. How did you start doing these specific habits? In doing them, are they feeding you, as in, are they enhancing your life? Are they making you better? Are they filling your cup? Are they making you more whole? Or do you find yourself a little bit too tuned in to something that's not helping you build? Are you a little bit too tuned in to what the world is doing and not tuned in to what you need to do? Are you a little bit too focused on everybody else's goals and everybody else's dreams and everybody else's desires, making everybody else happy, making everybody else full, and not feeding you? So in this 7-day detox, 7-day cleanse, 7-day reset that I took, I definitely gained more clarity because I wasn't tuned in to anything outside of me. I had no choice but to mind my own business. Are y'all hearing me? I had no choice but to tune in to the needs and the mentality and the triggers that Janae has. I had no choice but to tune in and ask myself certain questions because I wasn't tuned in to everything else outside of me. Again, hello and welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So my question is, how are you staying true to you without feeling like something outside of you is taking control of your behaviors, taking control of your life, taking control of your days, taking control of your time? How are you staying true to you? And then, is there anything in your life that you're doing that you find yourself to be a little bit addicted to? Addiction doesn't just have to be to drugs. I don't know who told us that, but absolutely not. Addiction does not have to be with just drugs, y'all. Addictions can be to people. Addictions can be to love. Addictions can be to being in the gym. You can have addictions with anything if you overindulge. If you overindulge and if you feel that the thing that you're doing takes control of you and you don't have that strength, determination, and willpower up here to say, stop, I'm going to pause, I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause. Not today. I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause. Not in this moment. Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So sometimes, for me personally, I have to tune out of the world. I have to silence my notifications. I have to silence my phone. I have to completely deactivate or completely remove all social media accounts from my phone for a specific time in order for me to completely tune in to myself and silence out all of that that's happening in this world. Because the world and other people will stress you out. I'm a little hot, y'all. Excuse me. But what I'm realizing is, when I become anxious, when I become overwhelmed, when something's bothering me, when I'm worried, 9 times out of 10, it ain't even something that I did to me. 9 times out of 10, it's because of something that I saw. 9 times out of 10, it's because of something that somebody else has introduced me to, or somebody else's worry that they've called me with that I saw when I logged in. 9 times out of 10, the anxiety that you're carrying is not your own. Which all ties back into, what are you addicted to? Who are you addicted to? Are y'all hearing me? I've been saying this lately, but you got to let me know if I'm talking to myself, because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that feels these ways. So I took that 7-day detox, and now I can come back on here with intentions. Now I've regained more self-control to say, enough. Don't carry that with you tonight. Let it go. So what are you tuned into that's not fulfilling you or making you better? Whatever that is. Do you have control over it? Or does it have control over you? Can you just pick up and say, I'm going to turn this off, I'm going to stop this, I'm going to get up from that game after 2 minutes, I'm going to stop smoking after this one, I'm going to put this drink down after I finish this off? Or are you having to re-pour? Are you having to relight? Are you having to play one more game? Are you having to watch one more video? Just ask yourself these things. Who has the control? Are you giving your control to that thing? Or are you able to take that control from that thing and say, pause, stop? Because that's where the mental illness comes in. That's where the control of allowing things that are outside of yourself to take control over your mind, which ultimately will allow those things that you give permission to take over your mind, to take over your body, and it takes over your spirit. Are y'all hearing me? And when I took that initiative to say, oh no, absolutely not, Janae, pause, delete, get you some business, it reminded me of 2018, I believe. 2018, I was sitting in my apartment. I was laying in my bed, and something told me, or something led me, what is this little device on your phone? It was something that said screen time. I looked at it, and what I saw, unacceptable. So after I saw that, I was able to really look at my 24 hours, and I said, you ain't really doing nothing with your time. Because I was able to see my time actually displayed to me from a device. And I found that to be disrespectful. So again, as I was scrolling and I was looking, I saw one more piece of bad news. One more piece. And it hit me. It was something that carried me throughout my day. And I had to draw my line. I said, absolutely not. This is unacceptable. No. Because most of the news that I hear, I don't watch the news on TV. Every time I find anything about what's happening in the world, or what's happening, the crises that we're in, and the trauma that's happening, and the kidnappings, the murders, it's on social media. Excuse me. You're not good for my mental health today. Excuse me, you're not good for my mental health tomorrow. You're not good for my mental health in the next few days. I need to refill my cup from the beginning with none of these distractions, with none of these people who are, just living these false lives and promoting on social media as if this is them. Excuse me. You're disrupting my peace. You're disrupting who I am, and you're interrupting my progress. Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So with Mindfulness Monday, there's always a 3-tier that I'm wanting to tackle. The first being, let's be intentional. So my intention for today was to just pause. The city is down there. It's over there somewhere. It's down there. After I left that noise, I drove all the way up. I sat on the hood of my car. I journaled. It's August 1st. Happy August. Let's make it count. What is it that you're wanting to get accomplished this month? Write it out. Write it out. I go back and I look through my journals from each month. I go back and look at my journals from year to year, and I'm getting stuff done. I'm checking off things that I wrote down. I'm meeting my goals. I'm breaking cycles. And a lot of times I don't speak about them because I'm not where I want to be, but I forget sometimes that I'm not where I was. So I have to talk about where I am, because I'm not done yet, but I see where I've been. I know where I was. I know what I was addicted to. I know who I was addicted to. I know who I was obsessed about. I know what I was obsessed about. And now I'm in a state of flow. Absolutely. But when it comes to accountability, a lot of times we want other people to hold us accountable. But the first person that has to hold you accountable is you. Okay? The first person that needs to hold you accountable is you. So be intentional. Be intentional with your word. Be intentional with what you're saying. Be intentional with your presence with people. Meaning, if you're sitting with people today, just for a few moments, be completely with them. Be mindful of the conversations that y'all are having and actually try to be there. Just be there. And be mindful of your time. The most valuable asset we have is our time, not money. Your time. So what is it that you're spending your time doing? After you are intentional, take an action. Now, for the last few Mindfulness Mondays videos, I typically would provide you with an action that you can take in order to remain mindful or to be mindful. But based on everything that I just said prior to now, you can determine
how you're going to be mindful, if you choose to. Then after you take that action, just take a moment to reflect. Reflect on your life. Reflect on last month. Reflect on today. Reflect on your morning. And ask yourself, what is it that I'm tuned into? Meaning, what has my attention? What got my time? Who has my attention? Who has my time? Then ask yourself, am I getting a return on my investment by investing my time in these things that have it? Meaning, is it making you better mentally? Is it making you better physically? Is it making you better spiritually? Or do you feel depleted? Do you feel less than and unworthy? Do you feel drained? Do you feel uninspired? Do you feel worried? Do you feel anxious? Ask yourself. And whatever that answer is will help you determine what it is that you're needing to be mindful of. Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. Addictions are real, y'all. But I don't believe that the thing that you are addicted to is the addiction. I believe it's the mental control and mental power that you've relinquished to this thing by saying, I can't control myself. By saying, this thing controls me. By saying, if I tell me stop, this thing is going to make me say go. Draw your line. Draw your line by removing these things that are taking so much of your time and attention, little by little, just so you can get your power back, just so that you can know and understand who's really in control of these habits. I'm not saying stop and go cold turkey, because it's real. It's real. It's a real thing. What I am saying is, moment by moment, little by little, take your time with you, practice patience with you, and take your power back from whatever it is, from whoever it is. Absolutely not. I say absolutely not because I just went back into a moment in my life where I was really like into somebody. And when I say into, I mean like really into. So you are ruminating through my thoughts in my mind all day. Excuse me. So what I use when I find myself thinking or obsessing about certain things, I have a mantra that I've created. It's called F3. Just like the keyboard has those F1, F2, F3s at the top. My F3 stands for me first, forward focus. So it's 3 F's. So when I have this thought of stay up that extra hour, get this done. Oh, F3. Me first, forward focus. And then I get into flow. So that's my key. That's my cue that I allow myself to intercept into those thoughts. To reel me back in to this moment right here. And not that thing or that person or that place that can cause me to be addicted. Are y'all hear me? Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. Absolutely. Get outside and feel the breeze against your skin. Get outside and hear the birds speaking to you and showing you how they know how to operate naturally without any type of things, places having them in a chokehold. Connect. and practice F3. I'm going to give it to you. F3. F3. Anytime that thought comes up more than once or twice, when you know that you need to do something, that thought of procrastination, F3. That thought of that person who no longer serves you, F3. That thought of that liquor or that beer that's not going to help you progress in that moment, F3. The weed, the cigarettes, whatever it is that you're knowing you want to pull back from and that takes a little bit too much of your time, F3. The moment you think of it, you got to replace it with something, F3. Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. Now, if you've allowed anyone to steal your joy today, F3, meaning hit that reset button and take your power back. One way that you can do that is by literally getting completely still, asking yourself, do I want to feel that way? If that answer is yes, I'm going to get out your way. If you ask yourself, do I want to feel this way? And your answer is no, I challenge you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing when you having these thoughts, just pause. And you inhale positive thinking, you inhale peace, inhale love, inhale happiness, inhale bliss, inhale giving yourself permission. In this moment right here, I choose to reset. I choose to take my power back. I choose to let anything go that's not serving me. Excuse me, not today. And on your exhale, you're releasing that. You're releasing anything that's not serving you. You are releasing those negative thoughts. You are releasing those negative people. You are releasing any type of tension, any type of pain, any type of suffering in your thoughts, in your body that's holding and taking up space, causing you pain. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. But are y'all hearing me? Because again, sometimes I feel like I'm on here talking to myself. So if it resonates with you, if it's something that you feel can help you to be a little bit more mindful in getting the best out of your day, out of the best out of your moments, holler at me. If you've allowed yourself to steal your own joy, because a lot of times we give our power away by allowing people to shift our moods, by allowing people to completely steal our joy for the rest of our day after a small little interaction with them. Then in other moments, in other times, we steal our own joy. We steal our own joy by complaining or by doubting ourselves or by beating ourselves up over something that we cannot change. Absolutely unacceptable, excuse me. So if you've allowed yourself to steal your own joy, shake that off. I challenge you and I highly encourage you to take your power back. Allow yourself permission to be in this moment. Not the moment that something happened that caused you to beat yourself up about it, but like right here. In this moment. And then again, ask yourself, do I want to be pissed off the rest of my day? Do I want to walk around with an attitude all tight and tense all day? Me? Absolutely not. I want to walk around in flow. I want to feel light. You feel heavy when you're carrying around burdens and pain and tension. Excuse me. I got other stuff that I can be doing. Excuse me. Thank you. So if you've allowed yourself to steal your own joy, I challenge you, take your power back by literally pausing. Plant your feet on the ground. Plant your feet in the surface that is beneath you. If you're sitting down, uncross your legs and literally put both of your feet on the ground. If you're standing up, put both of your feet on that ground. And when you do, you breathe in, realizing that your feet are planted firmly and grounded in this exact moment right now. You are here, you are alive, all is well in where you're standing in this moment right now, and that's all that you got to worry about. And when you realize that both of your feet are planted firmly in that ground, you allow yourself permission to reset by deeply inhaling and exhale, release, let it go. Again, you take your attention and you concentrate and bring your focus to your feet. Realizing that my feet are planted. I'm grounded in this moment. I'm here right now. Whatever happened prior to now no longer serves me. I release. I wish to bring into my life peace, wealth, health, prosperity, purpose, light, truth, and hell. On your exhale, let out an audible sigh. Releasing anything from your space, from your thoughts, from your body, from your mood, from your environment, up out of your life. Shake it up off of you. And you start over, okay? Now for the rest of your evening, do not allow anyone to steal your joy, including yourself. Anytime that you feel just that pull of your energy getting ready to shift, just that pull of your kids getting ready to really get on your nerves, you can excuse yourself from them for 60 seconds. They will be okay. In that 60 seconds, breathe, remind yourself and affirm yourself that all is well, and you got this. If you have to do so. If you feel your energy shifting because your partner is getting on your nerves, or your partner is not matching your energy, or your partner is not helping you pull that weight, excuse me, I'm not going to give you my power. I'm going to go and pat myself on the back, do what I have to do in order to affirm myself, go handle my business, then excuse you and continue to pour into your cup. Take a nice candlelit bath, put on some nice soothing, affirming music, log out, stop scrolling, stop looking into other people's life, stop looking into other people's worries, stop allowing what's happening in the world to just manifest into your mental, into your thinking, into your days. Excuse me, it'll be there when you log back in. Go tune into yourself. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, feedback from me, holla at me. I would love to hear it. Holla at me. But I thank you for tuning in, because tuning in to me is ultimately you tuning in to you. So for the rest of your day, stay true to you. Holla!